Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It is the UFC on ESPN Plus card that will be main evented by Tuivasa versus Stefan Struve in a fun main event, as that's a very, very fun main event though. That can go a lot of different ways, as far as that can be over from the first goddamn punch or those two men can have an absolute war. That should be a very, very fun fight to see. As before we get into the card, though, we do have, as far as the recap on what's happening on The Ultimate Fighter, as the previous episode we saw Zimzinski, as he knocked out Mark Hummel by, it doesn't say which round, but he knocked him out, so he is going on to the next round there, as far as he advances in the tournament. So as far as, yeah, obviously it's kind of weird to kind of dictate how the actual show is going off of just those two episodes, but as far as we've had the unanimous decision win, so far Stephan Bonner's team's up 2-0 though, so that's not great. Hopefully Forrest can get a win here. Yeah, I mean, as far as Team Griffin, as far as they, boy, I'm not really sure who's going to get a win off of there, because I'm seeing a lot of big names from Team Bonner for sure, but I think Ibrahim Mane, as far as he has a good chance. Dean Hawkins has a good chance, depending on who he's matched up against. But like Nick Maximov still hasn't fought yet. So has also Lazar and Ryan Battle still haven't fought yet, and they're both, all of those guys are Team Bonner. So that's it's going to be tough. Going to be tough for sure. I thought Armin for sure had a good chance at it. He lost, and of course, Mark just got knocked out. So, we'll see. We'll see. So far, it's been costing $155,000 per show. But I think it's gone pretty well, though. It looks like it's going pretty well, as far as with how everything's kind of looking. But as far as, I don't know, I'm sure we could look and see, like, everybody's popularity to see if it's changed or anything. I'm assuming it hasn't just yet, since it's so early on in the season, but you never know. As far as I'm sure by the end, it's going to help them out a lot. Thanks to them mainly being on ESPN and all that fun jazz. And, oh, cool. And WMMA 5 just is like, oh, maybe we'll crash. Gotta love that. It's always something. Always something. As, yeah, just, there we go. As far as, also, the co-main event, though, Alejandro Pantoja against Brenner Royval. That is a hell of a co-main at flyweight. That's going to be awesome. That's a fun co-main event, too. And Yana Kunitskaya. Oh my god, I don't know why I cannot pronounce Yana's last name. But Yana versus Ketlin Herrera, as that is a 135 bantamweight contest. And a 155 fight, as John Makadesi taking on Eric Wisely. And then Johnny Eduardo taking on Mitch Gannon at 135. So we have a couple of smaller weight class fights on the main card. And then, of course, the big main event and Tai Tuivasa and Stefan Struve. So both of those guys coming in at 265, the limit. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be massive. That's a fun opener to the main card, though, with Johnny Eduardo. As then we have Ardine Talib against Brock Weaver, as that's a 170 contest. Charles Byrd versus Marc-Andre Barriet, as I always forget how to pronounce his last name, as far as that was way fucking off, but that's a 185 contest. And then Charles Jourdain against Joseph Zalitsky, as far as both those guys, for 155 fight again. As then as Aman Zahabi taking on Andre Sarkambathith. Oh my god, I always, that's another one. We have so many last names that I'm just like, God, I hope we don't have to have a crazy last name. But Andre versus Zahabi at 135, another bantamweight contest. So we got two bantamweight contests and two 155 fights, and then another in a 145 fight as well with Kyle Nelson and Chase Hubbard, which that's a hell of a fight, to be honest. Obviously, Chase Hubbard becomes a pretty top, I wouldn't say top-level guy, maybe a top as far as prospect in the 145 division. Kyle Nelson's pretty solid, too, so that's going to be a really fun fight. Obviously, this isn't in Quebec. Canada, so we got a lot of Canadians on the prelim. Hence Kyle Nelson and Marc-Andre, which they did well in real life in their previous, the Canadian card. So we'll see how they do here. As far as, we'll now take a look at the analytics side of things, how everything's shaping up. As, Stefan Struve with the major reach advantage. Crazy enough, he is the favorite, which is just super funny to think about, because this fight, as far as Bam Bam, this is a big-time moment for him. This really gets the ball rolling. He beats Struve, he gets Greg Hardy, and then all of a sudden, he's taking on top heavyweights in the world. He beats Derek Lewis. Just a crazy kind of turn of events for him. And it starts here with Stefan Struve. And for Stefan Struve, sadly, this is, towards the end of his career, because, he stops because of his heart condition. But, a guy that obviously has been around forever, definitely a veteran that, just from his size alone, makes him just a crazy matchup for a lot of guys. Hard to believe he beat Stipe Miocic as far as that time ago, but he fought a lot of top heavyweights. Beat Big Nog. Obviously, that's a different Big Nog than prime Big Nog, but still, and he beat Bigfoot. He fought Mark Hunt. That was a fun fight, though. That was definitely a highlight kind of knockout for Mark Hunt. Just getting him up against the cage and uppercutting the shit out of him. Overeem fight. Him losing to Arlovsky is kind of crazy. But that's a pretty even fight for that time period in 2018. And then we also have Marcin Tybura, as far as getting that loss there. And obviously the Ben Rothwell fight, which was pretty fucking nuts. From what I remember, to end out the calendar year of 2019. As far as, and also he's fought Roy Nelson's, fought JDS. Travis Brown. Beat Pat Barry. But with a triangle, too. So, it was pretty crazy. You don't see a 7-footer pulling off a triangle every day. As far as he, in most of the time, he gets just fucking waylaid against some of these top strikers. As, he got finished by Overeem, and Mark Hunt, obviously, and Travis Brown, and Roy Nelson. Just a lot of the guys that pack a heavy punch. Same thing with Alexander Volkov as well. This is going to be a fun fight. That's going to be a really, really fun fight, because both guys could use this win. I got to go with Bam Bam, though, because he needs this win. Because he lost to JDS and lost to Blagoy as well, and he just lost via submission in his last fight. He needs a win, but he beat Arlovsky, so there is that. As far as, maybe he's got, as far as MMA math would dictate, he should get this win. We shall see what happens there. In the main event is Alejandro Pantoja and Brandon Royval. Man, this might be a future flyweight title fight in real life here. That we get to see here in the co-main, as Pantoja's got one backer in Rich. He's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. They're 5-6 in the ranking, so pretty much damn near, back-to-back on the ranking there. So this is very, very close. He's the 3rd flyweight in the UFC. So that, I'm about to say, and then he's the 4th in the UFC. So they're 3 and 4 in the UFC. Massive. So Brandon Royval, though, he's 13-6, 3-2 in the UFC. Yep, he needs to get his fucking shit upgraded. I knew something was about, because I was like, I don't think he's had that many fights at this time in 2020. So I gotta change his shit. Pantoja, though, 22-4. That's pretty accurate for this time, as far as he's beaten Brandon Moreno. Obviously, we just saw him winning the rematch as well in real life. Lost to Figgy. Would love to see him and Figgy, as far as if that's the case, because obviously whoever wins this fight's taking on Figgy in the flyweight title fight. So as far as you got a future title fight here, as far as for both guys, as far as if you get the win there, that would be a massive, massive win. It's kind of crazy. Royval is the favorite. I would definitely would put my money on Pantoja there if I had to pick a winner. As Yana taking on Ketlin Varara. So as far as Varara hasn't won since March of 2018. She's won 3 of the last 5 fights by decision, though. I'm assuming she only fought in 2019 once, and then probably only fought once in 2018. Yep. That is correct. It was a split decision win to Kat Zingano. She beat Sarah McMahon and Ashley Evans-Smith. So as far as hasn't really fought, she's 28 though. As far as, and this is going to be a bantamweight fight. As far as Yana though, as Yana Foxy, Kunetsa. Kunetsa. because like, I think that K is silent, if I remember correctly, is how the pronunciation for that. But she's, as far as Sambo fighter. She fought Aspen Ladd. I do remember that fight, because that was crazy. She beat Lena Lonsberg. She also beat Tony Evinger, which, everybody did. Took on Cyborg, though, and that was obviously the pay-per-view main event. That, the Cyborg fight was, obviously a pounding from Cyborg. More so than not, but as far as she's probably going to give up a little bit of reach, if I had to guess. But, I mean, this is going to be pretty close. They have Ferrara as the favorite. I would probably go with Yana, but, hey, I get it. I get it. They're at the, as far as the tail end of the rankings of the, as far as in the world, as far as for the women's rankings. So, John Makdessi taking on Eric Wisely as, Eric Wisely, though, hasn't won since April of 2018. But his last loss was April of 2012. So, yeah, just hasn't fought in a while. A lot of fights on his record, though, as far as a vet for sure. 31-9-1, was on WEC shows a lot, too. Just a vet, man, a wily vet that has not fought in the UFC literally since 2012. So, his big return, which, I mean, listen, losing to a toe hold is pretty embarrassing at that level. But it is Charles Oliveira, so not the worst thing in the world. And, I think as far as with a Taekwondo background as well, this gives somebody like John a big opportunity to really prove that he belongs here. Plus, Quebec native, 17-6 at kickboxing background, so we got kickboxer versus Taekwondo. Should be a pretty fun contest as far as all things considered. We'll see, though. It might be a boring-ass fight, but, I mean, I remember the Cerrone fight wasn't too bad, because, that was Cormier and Johnson. 187. He beat Ross Pearson. I don't remember that. And he's been on a bit of a winning streak though so far. He's as far as he's won out of his last 5, he's won 4 of his last 5. So good little record he's got going on right now. Good little winning streak. We'll see what he can do though. As far as obviously both guys unranked in the lightweight division, but a big win for the Quebec native. He's got a chance to have that big win, and a couple of guys that need some wins. Johnny Eduardo and Mitch Gannon. 2 veterans for sure. Obviously, Johnny Eduardo in 28-12. Not a great record in the UFC. Just lost to Nathaniel Wood, which obviously Nathaniel Wood's a savage, and he lost to Sterling. Lost to Rafael Escunio in his debut. He's fought some tough dudes. Eddie Wineland's a tough guy. Yeah, I mean, even the Manny loss is pretty... Or he beat Manny, rather. As far as the Manny win is pretty big, too, nonetheless. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that somebody of that kind of the old kind of guard at this point is still able to put up a fight. 39 years old, though. Not ranked, but definitely a name for sure. And Mitch Gannon is looking to get a win as far as an Ontario native. Both guys, as far as veterans, looking for a big win. The Canadian native, though, looking to get a big win in his homeland. But he's coming off a 3-fight losing streak, too. That's just not great. He was probably the last guy to lose to Barrero, though, if I had to guess. He also lost to Brian Caraway in his debut. Matthew Lopez lost and the Cole Smith loss, as far as those both decision losses. I remember the Cole Smith fight, because, that was Quinta and... because that was the ESPN card. So I saw that card, but... and I remember seeing Holloway and Pettis, the card, but I don't remember that fight with Matthew Lopez. I could not tell you how that played out. But as far as Greco-Roman wrestler versus Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist, pretty much tailor-made, as far as what the UFC was all about, as far as in the early days. But obviously now everyone's pretty much well-rounded. For the prelims now, but as far as Brock Weaver, an absolute savage in there, making his debut against a tough Norden Talib, though, as far as the Quebec native. He's actually, I'm assuming, as far as he's a Frenchman, so he's... that makes sense. Nordine, I guess that does seem pretty French. But a 6'3" welterweight, nonetheless, that is massive. That is a huge advantage. As far as 7-5 in the UFC, from his size, he probably should have been something a little bit bigger. It's kind of crazy. We beat the Leech. He also had a close fight with Santiago. From what I remember, he lost to Sean Strickland. I mean, he's fought tough guys, but he's a tough dude, though. I mean, at 6'3", that's crazy. Obviously, age is not on his side, but this is going to be a hell of a prelim, to be honest. As far because like Brock Weaver's not really a high level kind of wrestler, dude. He's going to go in there and he's going to throw down with you. He doesn't really give a shit. Is also another guy that needs his probably stats fixed or his record fixed. That's going to be a tough fight, though. I think it's going to be a lot tougher, even though, you know, a 6'3" welterweight usually is going to be a tough fight for anybody. That's going to be a war. And that's why I kind of have it as the main event for the prelim. And then Charles, Kid Dynamite Bird taking on Marc-Andre Powerbar Boryet. I believe is how you pronounce that now I'm thinking about it. We'll just go with that. But Charles Bird hasn't won since March of 2018. As far as I'm assuming, only fought once in 2019. Oh, he fought in the end of 2018, and he fought in 2019. Oh, yeah, a couple of pay-per-view fights. You can't go wrong with that. So here I'm looking to get a big win on the fight night here. Beat John Phillips in his UFC debut. 10-6, not the greatest of records. And Marc-Andre Boryet, he's a tough dude, though. He hasn't won yet in the UFC. As far as Jung Young Park, excuse me, and Krzysztof Jetko are pretty tough guys, and it was a split decision loss to Jetko. Oh, he should be 0-3, I guess. I don't know why it says 0-2, but yeah, not a great record. But he can finally get his first win in the UFC and make it 12-4. That's going to be a close fight, though. I think both guys kind of stylistically match up well. We'll see. As Charles Air Jordan against Joseph Zaleski, as Zaleski, though, has a 7-inch reach advantage, but Charles Air Jordan is the favorite. He is obviously the Quebec native. Featherweight contest, though, as far as Jordan, though, as far as he had the big win and big, awesome fight against Dong Doo Choi in his previous contest, and also the Desmond Green fight was pretty awesome. This could have honestly been on the main card. I know their records aren't great, but they're going to have a pretty exciting fight, to be honest. This is going to be a bit of a barn burner. Both guys are, early on in their careers. They're a couple of hungry young vets, or young vets. A couple of young, maybe not prospects per se, but guys, entry-level guys into the division, looking to get a big win. And that's going to be a pretty fun fight, especially with Joseph's reach advantage. He's going to look to use, obviously, that to his advantage. As Aliman Zahabe taking on Andre, the Asian sensation, Zuckermadal. Oh my god, I fucked that all up. But as far as Andre Zahabe fight here, as far as Zahabe hasn't won in a while, February of 2017. I don't know where I got the December from, but he lost to Vince Morales and also lost to Ricardo Ramos. Tough fights there, and the knockout there from the Bisping St. Pierre card. Do remember that right there in the third round. It was a really good fight. But yeah, the two great fights though in his previous bouts. As far as Faraz, Zahabe, of course, is his older brother, was looking to be a boxer if I remember correctly, but no, maybe not, because I thought he was. But no, he was an amateur. Then, as far as got a couple of small Canadian shows, got picked up by the UFC. We'll see. This is a big fight for him. Quebec native, looking to get a win in his homeland, and then for Andre, the Lake Worth, Florida native, 13-8, 2-6. Yeah, he's fought some tough guys. Lost to Sean O'Malley, Alejandro Perez, that's Alejandro Pantoja, but a couple of split decision losses early on. Beat Luke Sanders, Montel Jackson, tough guy, and then he lost to Sue recently. Yeah, this is kind of a feeding a little bit, trying to get Andre the fuck up out of here, to be honest. Not the greatest of ways of going about it, but we'll see, though. You never know. Something might happen. But Kyle Nelson taking on Chase, the Teenage Dream Hooper. This is going to be a tough fight for both guys. Kyle Nelson being the favorite, that is no surprise. Okay, so yeah, his record is correct. Yeah, took on Carlos Diego Ferraro in his first fight, which is a pretty tough debut fight. Coming off a win, too. He's fought a lot, though. Fought in September and in May. Last year, looking to get a fight here in 2020. The Ontario native, though, as far as obviously not the Quebec native, but looking to get a win in his homeland. And for Chase Hooper, won in his UFC debut, 9-0-1, Him at featherweight's kind of crazy. Obviously, I don't think his frame at 20 years old is, and you kind of see in real life that he ended up eventually moving up to lightweight. I think that's kind of more his speed than featherweight, but we'll see. Maybe it's going to work out for him here in the save. You never know. Sometimes you got to go against what happens in real life, but usually I like to try to follow the real world path of some of those guys, what they take, because you can just tell they're just a tall, scrawny featherweight, and Kyle Nelson's a bit of a beast in there. So we'll see how he does. Yeah, he is the pretty heavy favorite, minus 330. Yeah, I mean, he's got more fights under his belt, too. Obviously, the veteran, for sure, as far as he's got 9 years on him. But as far as he's got some size on him. Maybe he's got some reach, too. He's got no team either, so that's not looking good for him. We'll see. Steve Magsagati's our referee. Cage side judges, here we go. They touch gloves as Nelson looking to get some grappling started. Oh, there's a jab from Hooper, but Nelson avoids the big right. Nice little 1-2. Look at Chase Hooper go. Well, he gets caught with a single leg from Kyle Nelson. So now we'll see what Kyle Nelson can do on top. Oh, Hooper looking to scramble. Up, and then he's got side control. Looking for the Kimura. Oh, he's got it. Well, that was quick work. Well, sorry, Chase Hooper. He just kind of got ran through a buzzsaw there. Yeah, Kyle Nelson's a bit of a savage. We probably put that a little too low on the card too, because that's a really good fight. As far as Kyle Nelson, thanks all of his sponsors for backing him. Also thanks his family, friends, supporters. Looking at the replay for the finish, Kyle Nelson says he's very happy that all that submission training paid off. As Aman Zahabe taking on Andre the Asian Sensation. Again, kind of similar betting lines, but it's minus 430. We'll see. At least both guys have a gym. Yeah, this should have probably been the opener. That's alright. Herb Dean's a referee. Cage side judges. Zahabe, of course, gets a big ovation here, the Quebec native. Zahabe looking to force a strike exchange. There's a counter jab, but misses from Andre. Now connects to the jab, misses the vicious right hand. Yeah, neither fighter can really land anything now. There's a couple of coming forward now. Andre with a counter left hand. Jab is wide, hits a straight right hand, though. Another combination there. Doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Can't hit the right crosses. Zahabe with a good, bobbing and weaving there. As far as a few strike exchange now, nothing really lands. Zahabe is walking him down. Pair of jabs from the countering Andre. Zahabe with a 1-2. Doesn't land either blow, though. Yeah, just a little tick for tat here in the first round. As far as, Zahabe's doing a good job pushing the pace. Some good counter jabs from Andre, though, as well. There's a big right hand. From the big head kick, rather. That he's looking for the setup after the jab. But as far as Andre gets out of the way of that, some trading blows now, a counter jab. Falls for the feet, left vulnerable for the attack. There's a left punch, evades the big right. As there's some instructions down from his corner. He's trying to acknowledge that is Zahabe there to end out the first round. There's some pair of jabs followed by a leg kick or a body kick, rather. Left to the body. As now he finds his way past his guards as far as with his opponent's guard for the sharp 1-2 there from Andre. There's a jab. It also hits a nice right hook from, as far as both guys landing a nice little 1-2 here. Oh, man, look at that. And what a combination. And hits the big right hand. As far as Andre, looking to maybe get a knockout here to end out the first. Both guys go back to their corners. I mean, it's pretty close. Andre did outstrike him, but it's like by one strike. I'm going to go with Zahabe, though. 10-9 Zahabe. It was close. It's a good start. Good first round. As Andre looking for a left jab, but his right hand's taking on the gloves. There's a left jab and a good right hand from Zahabe. There's a jab and just about lands a head kick, though. Andre about ended it there with that head kick, because there's a flurry of quick punches, scores with a quick kick to the lead leg. Here comes a counter from Andre with a right cross. As Zahabe, though, slipping past the right hook and counters with the right cross. As a connect with the left jab, scores with the right hook. There's a clean with the right hand from Zahabe. Man, they're landing some shots now. As Zahabe misses the right hook, here comes a counter. Left jab and a right hook. Exchange of strikes doesn't go anywhere, though. Stand and trade the center of the cage. Neither fighter can get any damage done now. And now Zahabe's looking to counter with a jab and a head kick. That's off target as well. So both guys swinging and missing. Now Zahabe's getting a little tired now going into the third and final round. We'll see what happens in the last seconds of this one. There's a 1-2. Zahabe lands the right cross to end it out. Pretty similar again. This time, though, as far as its outstruck is Andre there. Yeah, I mean, again, it's probably another round for Zahabe. But, they've been putting on a great stand-up display so far. Andre needs to finish, though. See what happens in the final round. As Andre slipping past the right hook and counter attacks with a jab and a left kick to the ribs. Look at the body shot. Look at Andre with a good counter again. It's a jab and a right hook. He's looking to steal this one. There's a left hook. There's a clean right hand, though, from Sabe. Missing the jab. Lands a low kick, though. Lands 2 quick punches, then can't hit the following right cross. As Andre misses the left jab, here comes a right hand from Sabe. There's another right hand. Boy, oh boy, they're lighting each other up. As, he feints. Got him off balance. Misses the right cross, though, does Andre. Here comes a clean right hand from Sabe off the counter. Oh, my God. Another just counter shot. This time from Andre. It's a jab, but this right hand fails to land. Dodging the right hand is Andre and counterattacks with a quick left jab and a low kick. And Sabe looking to clinch now. He's just going on empty now, as he's got him pinned up against the cage looking for a more tight clinch. He's got him. Knee strike, but not enough force behind it. Well enough, that's the only clinch of the whole fight, as far as most of the time they're just standing and trading strikes. Yes, Abe, I would say probably 30-27. I think that's the right scorecard there. That's a hell of a fight, though. That went a lot better than expected. Oh, yeah, tough break for Andre, but again, just Sabe's a savage. 13-9 record at 31 years old. Even though he came in as a heavy underdog, I think it's time to give him maybe a run elsewhere, see what he can do. Get his confidence up, as he gives thanks to everyone at TriStar Gym, as various sponsors, all the fans can't support him, as does a call out as well, as then he, as far as a good talker. So there we go. Maybe that call out will happen. Who knows? And as far as Charles Air Jordan and Joseph Seletsky, as far as 9-2, 10-2, very very close to the betting lines. Plus 100, minus 110. Revolution Fight team for Air Jordan, and no team. It's funny, Air Jordan, guy from North Carolina, just makes just a match made in heaven. But as far as we'll see what happens, and Dan Mergliar is the referee, cage side judges. Hopefully Sal does not fuck anybody over here. Jordan getting a big ovation, standing trade in the center of the cage. Jordan's got him stalked into the, looking for pressuring him now. But there's 2 kind of left jabs from Seletsky, as far as a jab from Jordan, and then he lands a left hand. Jordan forcing a strike exchange, and now Joseph now with a left hand, but misses. Does trouble his opponent with a combination of low kick. There's Jordan, and now Seletsky looking to try to get in close, but couldn't take the initiative. There's a jab and a left head kick. That's a nice one, too. As Seletsky now is trying to get something going with some grappling, but Air Jordan does not want any of that, as he's doing a pretty good job standing. There's a jab, missed the big left hand, though. As Jordan's still stalking him forward, as Joseph with the counter left. As he can't connect with a setup strikes, so hit some of the straight left, though. Some southpaw strikes, though, from Air Jordan. There's a great left head kick after the jab. That's a great 1-2. Rocked him with the head kick, and he knocks him down with a vicious head kick. Looking to finish the fight here in the first. He somehow hangs on, though, looks like. Joseph's got a minute left looking for the armbar. He defends that well. Blocks him, looking to just hang on here to survive the next round, and he does. Obviously a round that was all Charles Jordan after the head kick that knocked him down. Beautiful stuff. So see what happens in the second. Misses the right cross. Here comes a counter as Jordan with a right jab that misses the left cross. Toto strikes, neither fighter can really land anything. Seletsky missing with the right cross. Here comes a left head kick again that does some damage. Doesn't rock him, or he rocks him, but doesn't knock him down, rather. There's the big left hook that knocks him down again. Will he finish the fight here in the second? Looks like he will, as he's pounding away. Yeah, Mergliar's going to leap in to stop this one. Charles Air Jordan making quick work of Joseph Seletsky, but making that 11-2. Obviously, at 155, though, Charles Jordan's going to be a problem. I don't know if he's going to be ranked yet, but he's looking good. He's looking real good. Would love to give him a great fight, because that was a great fight from those two, but I would love to see what he could do. Also, he was the underdog, too, but he brought it for sure. That was a great performance. Now, Charles, get down to my bird against Marc-Andre Powerbar Bourriet, as Marc-Andre, though, is the slight favorite, though. It's minus 150, minus 130. Very, very close to the betting odds here. Basically, a even matchup. As close as an even matchup as you can almost get. As Steve Mazzagati's a referee. Cage side judges there. Hopefully, again, Sal, hopefully nobody fucks him over. As there, Marc-Andre getting a big ovation there. They touch gloves. So let's see what Marc-Andre can do. Looking to unleash some strikes, but Charles Bird's looking to get in close. And there's a crunching straight right on the jaw. And that's what Marc-Andre Bourriet can do. He's got some power in his strikes. He knocks him down. Look at the finish of the fight here in the first. couple of seconds, and it is already over in about 23 seconds to be exact. What a win for the Quebec native. Again, the Canadians are looking to get some major victories so far in the prelims. It's gone their way for the most part. As he praised his team at Sanford MMA and all of his various sponsors, the fans that come out supporting, man, what a win. Again, another guy that's just a savage. And this should be, listen, these prelims have been pretty awesome, and we have a hell of a main event for this prelim. I mean, this is, sure, minus 510 favorite. He is a heavy favorite, but this fight's going to be it's going to be a dog fight for sure. I think this is going to be a hell of a prelim main event. They got no team, though, for Brock Weaver, but he's a dog in there. Steve Mazzagatti, our referee again, has our cage judges. Again, hopefully Sal doesn't fuck anybody over. As Taleb looking to attack with some strikes. Now, that's two kind of left hands from Brock Weaver already. Two quick punches. Does that either of them, though? There's a kind of left hand from Weaver. He's doing a good job. There's a left jab from Taleb, but he doesn't hit the right. Oh, man, I'm loving these counters from Brock Weaver. And now he gets countered with a jab and a quick kick. He was doing a very good job off the counter. Now he gets hit with a straight right after the jab fails to land. Oh, Brock looking for the takedown. He's got him. Look at the pass. And they scramble. Oh, and he's got his back now, this Nordine. Oh, look for the rear naked choke. Oh, he's got him. Damn. Well, I didn't expect that. He made quick work out of him. Didn't even need to get the hooks in. But that was a great start, though. Brock was looking good. Listen, he had a great chance there. Had the great takedown, but just gave up his back, left his, that just comes down from having no fight team, to be honest. He just needs to get him a camp, and he'll be solid. Solid. Yeah, it's a tough break. Did not think the Muay Thai guy would be able to take somebody's back and get a rear naked choke in the first round, but here we are. Now on to the main card, though, as our opener, Johnny Eduardo, taking on Mitch Gannon. Two veterans of the 135 division looking to get off to this fight night with a big fight here, and hopefully keep this good momentum going, as again, Bergliot is our ref. Here we go, they touch gloves. Eduardo coming in for the strikes. There's a jab and misses from Gannon. There's a left jab and a right hook. That's a great one, too, from Eduardo. Still pushing him now. It's two counter left hands from Gannon. Now, Eduardo with a left hand doesn't hit the leg kick, though. Eduardo with another strike exchange. There's a counter jab from Gannon. Doesn't connect, though. Body combination doesn't end out for Eduardo there. There's now Johnny looking to begin a strike exchange. Now Mitch now with a counter jab. Doesn't connect. It's Johnny with a nice 1-2. It's a jab and a straight right. He's definitely the better striker so far. We'll see what he can do now. Is Gannon with a counter jab. Two jabs and a leg kick from Johnny Eduardo, though. This has been very nice to see. Definitely with that Muay Thai background, it's definitely paying off right now. Counter jab doesn't connect. There's a 1-2, doesn't land either blow. Counter left hand from Gannon, rather, as Eduardo misses all the strikes in combination with a low kick. So far, this has been a great first round for Eduardo, but he might get stuck here. Oh, no, stops the takedown. Gannon's got him against the cage. What a great round for Johnny Eduardo. Wow, they're going to give that to Gannon, really? I don't see that at all. I thought Johnny did a lot more in that first round. He stuffed the takedown, too. Yeah, definitely. But 10-9 Eduardo and Mike scorecard here. As Eduardo comes forward, two fighters start to trade blows. There's a counter left doesn't connect, though. There's a nice 1-2 from Eduardo. Another takedown attempt. He doesn't get him down again. Low to keep him up against the cage, I'm assuming. Yep, leg sweep now. Yeah, it's a great, excellent outside leg trip. Now Mitch Gannon doesn't look to smother him now. There's some horse shit here. I'd stand him up, Mergliata. What the fuck? And now he's looking to lean back to avoid a couple of wild punches from the bottom. Finally, he stands him up with 30 seconds left. A little late for that. There's a powerful leg kick, though, from Eduardo. That's awesome. Another takedown attempt. Doesn't get him, though. That's some bullshit, though. I love the leg kick. They're all tied up going into the final round. Let's see what we get here. Come on, Eduardo. Get him. Get his ass. Force exchange straight. There's a kind of left hand from Gannon. There's a high right head kick to the side of the head here. Oh, man. Didn't rock him? Bob's out of the way of a jab. Now moves into the pocket. Doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination of a low kick. All right, now Gannon again still trying to get some grappling started. But there's a right hook from Eduardo. Great first half of this round, though. Misses the jab. There's a nice 1-2. Well, actually, he misses the jab, rather. Excuse me. As Eduardo hits the nice straight right hand after the jab misses. Counter jab from Gannon. Nice 1-2 from Eduardo. Now he's starting to slow down. But he's still pressuring him now. It's counter jab that misses. It's a body kick now. Loving it. The old man still got some fire in him. There's two kind of left hands in exchange. Counter next with 2 left hands to the big right hand does Eduardo. Still rocking him down, counter jab. As hopefully we don't see a Canadian screw job here from Eduardo, because it's looking like it's going to be that way, at least according to the narrator. But it was a great flurry to end out the round. Now he's limping. He's definitely done more damage. Damn it. Well, listen, that takedown shouldn't matter. I hope that takedown doesn't matter. I would say it's going to be 29-28 Eduardo. We'll see. Alright, we're going to split. Matt, you're an idiot. Oh boy, Sal, you better not fuck. Thank God it wasn't Sal. It's Ricardo Almeida. Bails us out. Gives it to Johnny Eduardo by split decision. The correct decision. Unreal that they were going to give Mitch that second round, though. I don't understand that at all. Or no, was it the first round? Yeah, it was the first round that they... The second round, at least, he had the takedown and laid him prey the whole time. But that third round, for sure, Eduardo was fucking him up. Awesome. Awesome win. It was a good fight. I mean, listen, Mitch Cannon really didn't do a whole lot, but Johnny Eduardo did I mean, he was really impressive. He's looking for his 30th win, I'm sure, before he hangs it up. We'll definitely look to make that happen. We'll definitely look to get him on a Brazilian card for that one. As John the Bull, Makdessi against Eric Little Lee Wisely. Minus 490 favorite, kickboxer versus taekwondo master. We'll see what happens. As far as both guys 5'8", both guys 155, almost similar age too. Just a 1 year difference. TriStar Gym, no team though for Eric Wisely. That has definitely not helped everybody so far. That's been on the card so far. So we'll see. Steve Mazzagatti just refereeing all these. As far as John's getting a good reaction from the arena there. Obviously the Quebec native looking for a big win. So Wisely lands the jab, but has his right hook blocked. That's a nice left jab and a kick to the rib cage. Look at that one too with going to the body. There's a spin kick now. I'm loving this. Is Wisely the 1-2 though? Counter jab from Wisely. Can't connect with the jab. Hits him with straight right though. Pair of jabs now. 1-2 from Wisely. Fails a land. Wisely starting to relax a little bit. He's doing pretty good so far. Halfway to the round. It's kind of hard to pick who's winning this round so far. There's a counter leg kick though. So Wisely's pushing the pace, but John's doing a pretty good job. Now Wisely catches him off balance with a feint. Doesn't land any of these strikes though. Misses with the jab and the right hand. And his right cross is blocked as Wisely's is now disconnected with the right hand. Now both guys are just whiffing. Wisely's moving around the cage to get something going. There's a jab that misses, but it's the right hand. There's a slithering kick to the legs from John here. There's a great left hook. Jab and a low kick from Wisely. A jab from Wisely. Lands a left jab. Does John now looking for the big right, but doesn't hit it. Counters the right hand with a right hook. That's a great way to end out the round. That's a very, very close round, though. John did a little bit more. Probably did a little bit more damage. That was a great spin kick, too. It's very, very close, but it's 10-9, I would say, for John, yeah. That's close, though. That was a very, very close round. As John catches him off balance with a feint. Dodges the right hand, counter tucks with a left kick to the ribs. That's a great start to this round. Wisely counters the leg kick with a quick left jab and a low kick. That doesn't connect, though. Counter left hand from John now, as now just all these punches are being defended by John. John's defense has been pretty impressive so far. There's a counter left, doesn't connect, though. Can't hit the step left jab. Hits the right hand, though. Misses the right jab. Doesn't connect with the right hand either. As now Wisely's off target with a jab. Also has his right hand taken on the gloves. Yeah, it looks like Wisely doesn't have a lot left. Yeah, he's starting to slow down now. As Wisely misses the right cross. Here comes a counter with a left jab and a right cross that just misses. Oh, man, there's a roundhouse kick to the body after the left jab, too. Jesus. Oh, another combination. The right hook's avoiding the last possible second, though. Hits the jab. Fails on the leg kick, though. There's a left hook from Wisely. Still pressing. As now there's a jab, but misses. Left hand, but misses the vicious right hand. There's another leg kick. Man, oh man. That is just brutal. John did a really, really great first 2 rounds. At this point, as far as it's going to go with the distance, it looks like, unless Wisely's can finish him in the third. Because I'm assuming John's just kind of on autopilot. He's going to go for points. If he loses the round, he loses the round. But, Eric Wisely needs to finish. We'll see. As far as they stand and trade blows, all are safely dealt with or off target. Off target with a head kick, though, after the jab. Oh, that's a nice little 1-2. Then a nice uppercut. Connects the jab, misses a vicious right hand. Wisely's clinching with him now, looking for the trip. Well, didn't stop him, though. Or he did stop him, rather, excuse me. As John now looking for some dirty boxing. Looking to suck him down to the guard. That is a interesting strategy from the kickboxer. We'll see what he can do. Trying to sweep. That's not happening. And look at him. Pull him in close down. A couple of punches. Interesting. Yeah, clips him with an elbow now. John doing some work from the bottom. This has been a interesting third round. Yeah, now he's wiggling backwards. Now they're both up against the side of the cage here. And he walks him back up. What the fuck is going on? Now, why is he trying to take him down? He's not taking him down. Boy, what a showing from John McDessie. They're going to probably give it 29-28, yeah. But it was damn near 30-27. Not the greatest of fights so far. That's been the worst on the card. Not really sure to blame on that one. Because they did a lot. Just Eric wasn't really going for a lot of power, even though he landed the one power strike. Well, I guess John had the power kick, though. But, yeah, it was a weird third round when he sucked him into the guard. But it was different, though. It was interesting to see. He did a lot of damage from the bottom for what we have seen. He wants to take on Javi Ramos, though. That's a pretty good fight to have. Yeah, we could definitely make that happen. Hypes up TriStar Gym, too. As Yana versus Ketlin Verara. We'll see how Yana can do. The Russian native. She is the underdog, but it's very, very close. Plus 150, minus 150. Both girls, rather, excuse me. They got a fight team, so it should be pretty even. And, of course, 10-1, though, for Ketlin Verara. That's a tough fight for both girls. This is going to be a tough one. Steve Anzagati's our referee. Cage side judges there. There we go. Fight begins. As Yana throws a quick punch, doesn't hit it, though. As Verara gets all over. Trying to get her against the cage. She does so. Sharp stomp now. Oh, just wearing her down up against the cage. Look for a judo throw. Great judo throw. Very, very surprised by that. Oh, she's wow, that's interesting. So she's sitting, but she's still up against the cage. Trying to get her back now so she can get better position. Oh, wow. She's got mounts. That is not good. And 3 minutes left. Oh, my God. Massive fucking right hands here. Rocks her now. This is massive. Gives up her back now. Rear naked choke. Not going to get it. She's going to need to get the hooks in. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Trying to turn over and sweep her. Can't do it. Still looking for that rear naked choke. What a dominant first round from Ketlin Verara, though. My God. I mean, just dominated her. See what happens in the second. Yana looking for a strike. Verara's trying to get some grappling started. But again, Yana's chances looks like she's wanting to at least strike with her. But, yeah, I mean, Verara, that judo with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background is a deadly 1-2 combination. Jab lands, the big left hand misses, and now she's got her in a clinch. Oh, boy. Got her up against the cage. Oh, no. Looking for the judo throw. Yep. Great hip toss. Now she's got her back. Now she's got both hooks in. Well, that's how you fucking take care of business there. That is a very, very impressive victory there, because Yana is a very, very tough fighter. It might not have looked like it there, but listen, she's 5th in the bantamweight division, I believe. Yeah, she's 5th, and she's 21st in the world, and she ran through her like a fucking buzzsaw. That was nuts. Yeah, it was between 5 and 4. Yeah, I mean, listen, Amanda Nunes has got a problem here. That's a tough matchup, to be honest. That's going to be a hell of a fight. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, as far as Amanda Nunes, count your fucking days. Count your fucking days. Boy, oh boy, that was impressive. Yeah, good fight there. As she's got a lot of respect for Yana, though. Awesome. So I praises her team. Also, various sponsors, and all the fans come out to support her. Yeah, awesome. Go main event, though. Alejandro Pantoja. It's Brandon Royval. The Cannibal versus the Raw Dog. As, man, this should be an exciting fight, though. These flyweights are going to bring it. I'm hoping, at least. Herb Dean's our referee. Cage side judges here. Round one begins. Here we go. It's Royval stepping in. 2 counter left hands from Pantoja. And now Pantoja's off balance. Off to the feint. Right jab and misses the big left hand. We should see Pantoja. Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job boxing so far, which is no surprise. Royval with a right jab. His left cross is blocked. Pantoja doesn't connect with the left hand, but he hits his right cross, though. So both guys having the same idea. As there's a left jab, doesn't connect with the right hand. Royval with a nice 1-2, and there's a gash underneath the eye of Pantoja. That makes sense. Pantoja's got a lot of fights, and just the way his skin is. very much prone to cuts. There, went for the head kick, though, the Brandon Royval, as there's a 1-2 from Pantoja. Quick left, straight right. Hits the right hand. Big left hand follows up the misses, though. Royval dodging the right hand. Here comes a jab and a quick head kick attempt, but doesn't connect, though. Royval liking what he's seeing, looking to shortening the distance down. Now Royval's looking to stop the shoot here. There's a jab and a left kick to the side of the head. Didn't even rock him. There's a body kick down for the jab. There's a nice little jab and a good right hand from Pantoja. Now looking to take a look at the cut. Yeah, not going to be a fight issue. Alright, here we go. Back on the way. Counter jab from Pantoja. There's a beautiful straight right from both fighters there. That's all. Yeah, a nice little... Oh my god. Now Pantoja's getting fucked up here. He's getting countered. Pair of jabs. Head kick doesn't hit, though. Luckily for Pantoja. There's a fucking jab and a right cross. Now Royval with a right jab and a spin kick to the ribs. Counter left hand from Pantoja. Jab and a body kick from Royval. 2 counter left hands. There's a right hand and a body kick. Royval with a leg kick now. Off target with a pair of jabs. Followed by the right hand. I mean, that was probably Brandon Royval's round. Very, very close, though. I felt like it was close. Yeah, I mean, it was 15-17 on strikes. It was really close. But yeah, I would say Royval took it. We'll see what happens here in the second. There's 2 counter left hands from Pantoja. Those some strikes and a kicks, all avoided by Pantoja. That's a great counter. Oh, here comes another counter from Pantoja with a great right hook. See what happens here. Pantoja jab and misses the big right hand. There's a jab and a low kick. That's a good call. Go for the leg kicks. Jab in exchange. Royval misses the famous vulnerable jab. It hits the spinning back kick to the body, though. 2 counter left hands from Pantoja. Falls for the feint as Pantoja. Man, he's doing a good job of standing up with him. He shouldn't just fall for these feints. He should trust his jiu-jitsu. Is Royval with the right jab, also a right kick to the body. Now Pantoja with a good left and a straight right. My God, both guys are swinging here. I figured this was going to be a barn burner, and so far it's lived up to that. But Royval's feints are just fucking up Pantoja. Slipping past the right hook, counters with the right jab and a left hook to avoid a possible second. Pantoja misses the jab, hits the left roundhouse kick to the body, though. Right jab misses the left hook. It's kind of jab, but doesn't connect, though. This Pantoja 1-2 from Royval fails to land. Both guys are looking to still keep on swinging. Pantoja with a counter left. There's a jab and a roundhouse kick to the body now. Now Brandon Royval is starting to breathe a little heavier. Glancing high kick below from Royval off to the right hand, countering. He's off the mark with the head kick. This Alejandro Pantoja. Now some fast hands from Royval to end out the round with a left cross after a 4-strike combination. They're giving it to Royval again. Listen, I think that one, yeah, he did land a little bit more. Man, it's tough. It's so close. But Royval just keeps on outstriking him. Pantoja needs a finish. There's a left hook. There's a right jab and a spinning kick to the body. These body shots are just tough. Pantoja, the left jab. There, a brace of jabs, and the left head kick doesn't find the mark. There's a leg kick and a good right hand. Oh, it counters the leg kick, rather, excuse me, with a good right hand. Left hand from Pantoja. The leg kick from Royval. Left jab, right hand taking on the gloves. There's a nice 1-2 from Royval. Still looking to finish the fight as Royval. I'm liking it. He's still keeping that pedal to the metal. Right hand and a left hook to the body. Now Pantoja looking for a takedown. That's interesting strategy. Couldn't take him down. He's got him against the cage. See what he can do with about 20 seconds. Not a whole lot happening. Royval just circled out of that. And yeah, that will be a 30-27 round. Or 30-27 decision, rather, for Brandon Royval. That is a hell of a performance. A hell of a fight, though. The third round was interesting, that he kind of threw it without doing a lot of strikes. I don't know what that deal was, but he did well, no. They still had one more strike to Brandon Royval. So just hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. Both guys stylistically matched up well, and they put on a good little co-main there. Oh, yeah, he's not going to take on the man who just lost for the flyweight vacated title. He's definitely, yeah, he's probably taking on Figgy after we probably, well, maybe we won't do, yeah, because Moreno already lost to De Silva, so yeah, maybe not. But Bam Tuivasa, taking on Stefan the Skyscraper Struve. This should be an exciting fight for sure. I don't think this one's getting out of the first round. Monzagotti's referee, cage side judges, here we go. They touch gloves. Tai Tuivasa moving in. As Struve looking for a takedown, yeah, Tai Tuivasa's not about that. As a quick punch doesn't land. Struve still trying to set him up for a shot. Lands 2 of the 3 punches. Can't connect with the right to the body. Tuivasa with a nice left and straight right hand that lands hard. And Struve still trying to shoot in on him. I don't know why he is not trying to at least strike with Tuivasa. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, you might as well try it at this point, because you're just getting fucked up here. There's a right cross that lands hard. He finally shoots, at least gets something, but he's got him against the cage, and looking for the trip. He's got the trip. Again, we're seeing guys get trapped up against the cage. Rarely see that. Looking for the choke. It's a guillotine, but he's not going to tap. Hell yeah! Tuivasa gets out of there. And he probably gasped his arms. This step is true, but he's still better on the ground. We'll see. Looking to get past half guard. Fights off for it, and there's a scramble. Holy shit. Struve's up first, and Tuivasa's got him in the waist lock. Oh, no, never mind. Struve has got him in the waist lock. I was all over the place. He valiantly defends it, but eventually gets taken down. It's on top of a turtled up Ty Tuivasa. Now he's scrambling. Backs to his feet. Alright, so he's still in back control. Doesn't get taken down this time, though. That's a pretty great round from Tuivasa. Obviously, Struve with the takedowns, but yeah, he definitely did more damage. For sure, he fucked him up. Yeah, I'd definitely say he won that first round. So yeah, this made it out of the first. We'll see what happens here in the second. Punch, Struve was equal to it. Again, looking for that chance to shoot in, but he gets caught with a crunching right hook. Defensive jab hits from Struve. Punch for Struve avoids it now. Tuivasa obviously slowing down now. And there's a beautiful uppercut like fucking Mark Hunt, and he knocks him out cold. Beautiful. Bam Bam does it. Knocks him out in the second. Love it. Absolutely love it. 9-3 for Bam Bam. On the winning track as well. Beautiful. Couldn't have asked for a better fucking card, to be honest. That fight night ruled. Those 2,000 people in Quebec had a great show on their hands. That was awesome. Yeah, besides this decent fight, the decent lightweight main card fight, but everything else was perfect. Loved it. Loved every second of that. Yeah, Bam Bam gonna get some love. Royval gonna get some love for her performance, for sure. Eduardo for his performance, and Jordan for his performance. We're being pretty generous. We still made almost $1 million. Yeah, not a lot of guys making a lot of money on that card, but there's a couple of people bringing home $50K. Or more, in some cases, but yeah, a couple of people. Man, Pantoja only made $1,000. What the fuck? They give Pantoja some more bread here. Oh, Bellator's card. As Zahara's first, we'll see how she does in her first fight. After shockingly winning, when I did not expect her to. Hopefully we get to see it. Maybe it's going to take forever, I don't know. Oh, there we go. I mean, as far as Harding, I mean, they're similar size, so it should be pretty similar, actually. That might be a pretty decent fight. Yeah, knocked her out in the second. Good call. Good call, man. Call somebody out, too. Alright, that will do it, though, for this fight night in this episode. What a fucking card, though. I figured that just the way that card was set up, there was going to be some bangers. I didn't think they all were going to be but one. So we got really, really lucky there. Some fun prelim fights, some fun main card fights, and overall, you couldn't really ask for anything more. And now the next card, though, will be the pay-per-view. As far as 250, it will be the welterweight champion, Kamaru Usman, taking on Jorge Masvidal. Will we see an all-time line where Masvidal beats him? Who knows? Or we're probably going to see Kamaru Usman either knock him out cold like he did in real life, or wrestle fuck him to death. Who knows? There's a lot that can happen for sure out of that main event. I think there's another title fight on that card I'm forgetting about. I'm not sure, though, because it's not a heavyweight, and it's not light heavyweight, or it's not a middleweight fight either. It's definitely not a lightweight fight, since we just saw Ferguson and Khabib. I don't think it's a bantamweight fight either. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a woman's fight. I don't know. Actually, we can actually look. We'll just take a look at the card. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's Robbie Lawler, Mike Perry, that's right, and Faber, Marlon Moraes, rather. That fucking Rumble Johnson's back, taking on Alexander Volkov. That's a tough fight in his return. Yeah, and Sam Alvey and Paul Craig. That's funny that I booked this before the UFC did. I just want to point that out. That's pretty awesome. That, yeah, that's... That's fun. That's fun that we get to actually Jigga Man. Yeah, and as far as that will do it though for that episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.